Hello everybody, and welcome to another play of Diablo 3. This is Season 3 and my road to level 70. I am Josh Beiser from GameWisdom.com, and we are going to get started. The last time I played, we got pretty far. In fact, things got so easy that I actually decided to raise the difficulty level up to Torment 1 for the first time during this video series. What that means, of course, is I'm going to be getting more experience and gold, but enemies are going to be doing more damage. And for those of you who know me, you know that I tend to start a lot of my characters on Torment 1, and things have ended badly. And this is why I kind of lowered the difficulty level down with this new character. But now we're back up into it, and it's time to see whether we're going to sink or swim. I'm not going to start with a rift this time, because I want to see just how much enemies are hurting now that I raise the difficulty. Okay, let's see. Let's try this one first. Another thing, rifts tend to bunch special and elite enemies up. I don't want to immediately start out with that and possibly get killed. Alright, let's see what we got here. Again, this build that I'm using is mainly built around Exploding Palm and just massively dealing with groups of enemies. I have Serenity and Mantra of Healing on as emergency support. Okay. Alright, hold on one second. I'm just going to lower the volume down just a pinch. You'll probably hear like the little ping in 1 second. Okay. It's just sometimes hard to talk while I'm dealing with the sound itself. Alright. So far things are going really well. Now I have an emerald socketed, which is increasing my critical hit damage. So what that means is that when I do get a critical hit, it's doing a lot more damage than it would have before. This little blue R is from my belt that blinds and I think stuns some enemies. And I have a passive on that increases my attack to those enemies by 20%. As you can see, these enemies are definitely hitting a lot harder than they were last night, and that's due to the increase in Torment. Oh, and we got our first special. Health is perfect for fighting these guys, because again, my damage is spread throughout them. One Exploding Palm going off should be enough to kill them. Oh, they all died anyway. Let's see, anything good? Huh, very nice. Ooh, 3 sockets. Hold on, folks. This is something I definitely want to get on, especially considering I'm playing on Torment. Alright. First, we'll salvage this. Some new armor, and I want to put diamonds in again to raise my resistances and thereby allow me to absorb more damage. So just going to do a quick craft here. Okay. Again, this is a lot quicker than it was in the previous seasons. And we can probably get up to square. Yeah. There we go. Another 30 points of resistance, which means it's about the same. I'm taking about... it's reducing the damage by about 40% all around, which is pretty good. And because of how I have my character spec, enemies who are hit by me do 40% less damage. Alright. Back to the action. We gotta find this Ironsmith and protect him with a quick quest. should be absorbing a little bit more damage now, thanks to that increased diamond. And these stats as well. My mantra of healing I have, basically whenever I turn it on, it gives me a shield that absorbs even more damage. And that's one of my emergency backups, basically. Man, they are still dropping like flies. And no, I'm not going to raise it up beyond Torment 1, at least for right now. That would be a little bit too cocky. And I don't think the benefits would be big enough to warrant it. That would be for once we get to 70 and just start kicking the ass thanks to legendary gems and just legendary items in general. If I am feeling really cocky, we may try a boss. But we're not quite there yet. You can see we're getting a lot of experience. The difference between Master to Torment is basically another 100% more experience. Not as good as my own. Since I am relying on emeralds for the critical hit damage increase, I'm going to have to pay close attention to which weapons have sockets and which ones don't. Gotta be a little bit careful here because this fire can hurt. And I have been killed because of these environmental attacks. Again, this build is primarily designed around fighting groups of enemies, thanks to Exploding Palm, Tempest Wind, and Crippling Wave, which attacks multiple guys. My main weakness is, of course, fighting one-on-one guys, or enemies who are too strong that I can't just Exploding Palm the weakest guys. But he is dead pretty easily. Ooh, lots of stuff there. Anything good? Nope, that's a Crusader shield. I can't use that. My goal tonight is I want to get as close to 60 or hit 60, just so that we can then start fresh with the expansion level content and gear. Okay. Oh. Taste for blood. Okay. This guy is definitely hurting. Fortunately, the second I hit him, he's now doing 4% less damage. And my shield just costs 25 spear, and I can just keep turning it on every 3 seconds. It may be time to switch out these elite pants, because these are level 24s. Even though they provide another additional effect, I think these stats are getting more important. And we gotta roll up, and there's the quest marker in the upper right. Alright, Mantra of Healing gets a new rune. Let's see. Wave of 1,000 Fists. Each enemy hit, increase your damage. Not bad. Mantra of Healing also increases maximum life. Maybe. Again, I have to see what this actually does. Which we'll check when I go back to town after this quest. Alright, another... Oh, this guy has got 3. Plague, Electrify, and Thunderstorm. Fortunately, I got my Serenity that gives me 3 seconds of invulnerability, plus damage on top of that. They're definitely hitting. You can see my health slowly dropping, but the shield combined with increased health regen is mitigated. This is recharged, so another 3-second invulnerability, plus doing additional damage on top of that. Alright. Anything good? No. Alright. We just gotta protect this guy for like a minute.
Our lads are fighting with blades held to hilts by bits of string. They need
He's talking. There we go.
Watch my back while I work.
Alright, so the rune I have on my Mantra of Healing basically doubles the healing that it does. Or doubles the regeneration. So the question is, do I want that or 20% more health? Ooh. What do you know? First time a regular enemy dropped a legendary. Nice. I have a gem socket that increases my magic to find chance, or to find magic, that's better. And of course I'm playing on Torment, which also increases the chance of finding loot. Alright, Serenity, and now he's gotta kill this Bone River guy. You can see he is molten by the lava trail beneath him, so when he dies I will have to get the hell away from him. Come on, critical hits. Of course, now I'm not getting any critical hits. Get away from that. New boots? No, not as good as what we have. And does he have anything good for us? Huh. This might be good for her. Let's see. Yeah.
Perfect.
Any armor? No. We'll repair just for the hell of it. Alright, let's head back to town. Alright, so far, things are going really well for Torment 1. I think it's a combination of the skills I have, the equipment, and just starting to focus on my damage to... my critical damage stat. I'll use the Book of Cain to see what these shoulders have. There should be some really good stuff. And we got Profane Pauldrons. Okay. More stats, good. Increases that. Chance to deal 15%. Reduces cooldown by 4%. Not bad, I suppose. Okay. The only downside is I lose some regeneration, but I get a lot more stats from that. And I lose basically 9% of Sweeping Wind, but I make up with it by having plus 4.5% more damage. So really, my Sweeping Wind's going to lose 4.5% damage, but overall, I'm going to be doing more damage. So, then I'm going to wear these. Plus, they look a lot cooler. Okay. I'll keep these as a backup. Again, I'm a bit of a hoarder like this. And as for the rest... we'll see if there's anything else we can get crafted. 44. I'm at level 48. No. 27. 36. No, not the same. Maybe that, but only by 4, so not really. I'm going to craft some pants. Because while these are nice, they are starting to show their age. Or their level a little bit. Ooh, no primary sets at all. Not good pants to wear. A little bit better. Come on, give me some good pants. Alright. Not bad, but I lose vitality and a socket. Again, the legendary items do retain their usefulness stat-wise for a very long time. And it looks like we're not quite at that jump. But I can tell you with 100% that if I'm still wearing those pants by the time I hit 60, the level 61 pants will completely outclass these pants. And the reason is that there's a huge jump between level 60 and level 61 gear. It's when the game starts using the new expansion series of loot tables for determining what items will drop. 1 second, I'm going to grab a quick drink here. Always have a bottle of water nearby. Alright. I guess we'll go after Riplash next. Oh, he's right there. Oh no, wait, we have to go to the Tower of the Dam level 2. I gotta work our way down. This can be a little tricky because enemies tend to rush you, just like these guys. But again, with my exploding palm, I want them to rush me. Alright, got a bunch of guys coming here. Again, the initial hit they're going to do is going to do full damage, but once they start taking damage from me, that's when they lose 40% of it. And my mantra of healing is also... oh, wait, we got some trouble here. Fast Vortex Shield. Alright. First things first, gotta deal with these fallen fire mages so I don't have to worry about them respawning guys. Alright. Put on Serenity for that lovely invulnerability. Turn on my Mystic Ally's little minion rush. Alright, good. They've all been exploding bombs, so when each one dies, they're going to take damage. Or they're going to explode. And almost killed Han? Kane? Whatever. Hopefully we'll get some more legendaries. What's this? No, not. Even though it does more damage, I need these sockets now for the emerald critical hits. Okay. And we just gotta work our way down, which involves actually exploring the outer rim of this place. Again, enemies are just melting because of exploding palms increased damage. Alright, who do we have now? Arcane Champ, Plague, and Wall. Okay, this could be actually very bad. It's also why I'm not going to be using Serenity for damage, instead use it for a get out of trouble card. Because just walking into that, as you can see, does a lot of damage. And we're in a narrow hallway, so I need to get to a more wider place. Right here is good. Again, Waller plus like Frozen or Arcane can be very dangerous. Because you get stuck and then they all just swarm. Oh boy, just like that. That's why I want to fight them in this little wider area, just so that I have a little bit more breathing room. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. You gotta kill these guys quickly, because each one has a chance of spawning the arcane shots. Alright. That was a little dangerous. Let's see, anything good here? Not worth it. Increase the spirit gen, very nice. Put that in the maybe pile, I guess. So as I was saying, Waller and Jailer mixed with like Arcane or Frozen is a very bad combination. Because you get trapped in one place, enemy surrounds you, and then you just get hit by everything in one salvo. And that can sometimes be enough to kill you on hardcore. Especially when you're playing this on Torment, like I am. Now this is a perfect situation for me. Lots of small enemies bunch up, make perfect exploding palm targets. Like so. Right. So we're doing good. It's not great, but I think we are holding our own. Just gotta keep an eye on our health. Make sure to keep using stuff like Serenity and Heal. Oh boy, let's get away from that. I don't want to get blown up. You can see we're finding some better gems, of course, because we are going up in level. Okay. Now we just gotta find the way down. This should do it. Double tongue? That's one I haven't heard of yet. If I wore that, it would give me 1000% more damage. Well, I guess a level 70 sword would do that. Alright, here we are at level 2. This is where all the guys are. We gotta find this Whiplash guy and kick his ass. Alright, anything good? And here come all the little guys charging. Now when I do get to level 70, I may lower things down to Master for a few minutes just to test the waters, because again, the enemy table and stats really increase when you hit level 70 Torment 1. Because of the fact that you're going to start finding new and improved legendaries at that level. Pretty much I should have my shield up at all times, because it absorbs damage and I can apply it, ow, 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 infinitely. Alright, we got enough enemies killed, now we just gotta deal with the Whiplash. There he is, I think. There we go. Oh, he's one. Oh, good, he's frozen too, that's great. Alright, he should be coming down to say hi. Or I may have to go up. Alright, this could be a little troublesome. We got an elite and a mini-boss fight. Oh boy, get away from that frozen. Alright. Oh, Get away. Again, I do not want to be frozen at all costs. So I want to deal with these guys before we head on up to fight him. Vortex fooled me, as you can just see. Alright, when he explodes, it should do some decent damage. Die, there we go. Okay, well, he's shielded, I can't hurt him, so I gotta wait for it to drop, and then we can focus on him. We'll check those runes in a minute. I just want to deal with Whiplash and get back to town. Alright, got Soul Lashers. We'll get a little closer, there we go. My lovely shield's keeping me going. It basically lasts for 3 seconds or until it absorbs enough damage. But it does not block stuff like Frozen from freezing me or Jailer from stopping me. That's what Serenity is for. So right now I'll put my Serenity on and I'm safe. Got some blood shards, but we're already at full. Very nice two-hand weapon. All two-hand weapons have natural higher damage stats, but I'm going to stick with my one-hander for right now. Alright, don't need this. Put that back in, and then we'll check the stats in a second. I don't know where you guys are right now who are watching this, but it's very hot here, so I got my bottle of water nearby. Okay, what did we get? Dashing Strike. Last time you dash through takes an additional 975%. That's pretty nice. Anything else? Wave of Light deals an additional in a line. And that's it. Okay. The Lost Patrol. And while we're going through this, Act 3 isn't so much a difficult act, but it's one a lot of people don't like because it just feels a lot longer than the other ones. There's not as much variety in terms of enemies or challenges. Oh boy. And just as I said that, we got hit with an elite fight. Oh boy, watch out for those damn lasers. Good news is that this is a very wide area, so it's a lot safer to fight. However, I still don't want to stand in the middle of those lasers for any reason. Back to Serenity for the additional damage. I'm comfortable using it here because I should be able to run away. Unlike the other place where I was dealing with the Waller and the Frozen annoying stuff. Die. There we go. Come on, be dead. Nice. Got some new shoulders, but I got a legendary, so these will be better, yeah. Alright, now you just gotta find, looks like 3 sets of guards. Alright, dead end. More evil goat to deal with. Oh, thank you for crowding me out like that. I could put on the Exploding Palm that does more damage. The one that I have on now is what reduces the enemy's defense by 20. So I figure it's just better overall in terms of having just one skill do more damage. Alright, there's our first mark. Very good for me, get them all bunched up to be blown up. Alright, now just gotta save him. 2 more.
A vicious strike.
Okay. I may not be able to see what's going on, but I can tell there's a lot of explosions happening. Okay, I'm gonna head up this way. Alright, this big boy does a lot of damage, but again, he's no match for exploding palms, sweeping wind, all my other good stuff. See you later. And plus 25 experience. Perfect when we're playing on Torment. Alright, here's our next one. Now, where's number 3? He's probably on the opposite end of the bridge. Okay, so we got some company. But again, surrounding me is not a good idea when I have exploding palms. What do these guys do? What are they? Electrified, Plague, and Mortar. Alright. As long as it's not arcane or frozen, I'm not too worried. Come on, critical hits. What's good thing about sweeping, crippling waves that hits everyone nearby? Which is perfect for sending enemies up to the exploding palm. Surrounding on. Like a not bad, does a lot more damage, but without dexterity or socket I'm not really interested. Okay. It seems taking a little bit longer to kill enemies. That's because we are relying on critical hit damage. Because even with my 40% increase in damage, we are still fighting some stronger enemies. Up, and there's our 3rd point. Mixing pants of Mr. Yan? Hold on. Huh. Interesting. Alright, this is the last set.
Beneath the endless tide.
Quest complete.
I can't carry any more.
And we will head to the next one right now. We're making some great time with these Act 3 quests. We're already about to hit level 50. Alright, clear the fortified bunker. It's pretty close to us. Oh, I just picked those up, except not at level 70. Okay, this one could be a bit long, because these dungeons are very long and maze-like for Act 3, and we still have to find the stairway up. So it could be a few minutes. But we're going to get some decent experience nonetheless. Maybe we'll find another legend.
A vicious strike.
And my sweeping wind is set to the cold room variant, just so that it slows down and also freezes. Oh boy, on. This could be very dangerous. We got arcane and wall all in together. Gotta be very careful. I think this may be a case to get the hell out of here. Or, maybe we should fight them in this very big area here. As I said, Arcane and Waller is a very bad combination. All those Arcane shots are going to multiply when they hit me. Or add up very quick. So I'm not going to use Serenity for damage right now. Oh, that just hurt. I'm going to use it as an emergency if I need to heal or get out of trouble. That's a lot of freaking lasers. Good news is only one of the guys is using Waller. That's the main one. If they were all using it, it would be a lot more. Oh shit. A lot more coming at me. why I'm trying to focus him down as quickly as possible, because without him, there's no more walls and I can easily get around. Shield, don't fail me now. Whew. Now he's got to deal with one more. Then, well, whew, that was a bit close there. Another two-hander, very nice. And there's actually a legendary you can get at, I think, 70 or from the bounty, Horizon cash rewards, that lets you walk through walls. Or walk through the wall where like nothing can basically hold you still in the spot. That is a lovely item. That's one that I prefer to have on, because it really just nullifies a lot of the threats that you're dealing with at this level of the game. Alright. Dead. We're about to hit 50. Hopefully we'll find this place pretty quickly. Love how I just have to walk through doors with this on. Oh good, there they are. Okay. Oh good, another frickin' arcane. Do I really want to go in there with arcane shots? I want to lure them out. They're attacking each other, which is good because they have health. Or they're attacking my Mystic Ally. Okay. We'll have to keep backing up here as this place becomes more and more filled with lasers. But the good news is that Healthling is the perfect modifier for me to fight with this build, because everything I do hits all three of them. Oh boy. But I don't want to get multiple. Laser died down. You can see just how much damage that's doing. Not bad, but what we have on is better. Alright, where's that stairway up? Electrified and teleporter? I'm not too worried about that. And again, with them all bunched up like this, makes them perfect fodder for Exploding Palm to do its job. So watch out for the electrified. Alright, anything good? No. You can see there's a very big floor. Ooh. One of my friends just picked up this. This is a very important item, the Ring of Royal Grandeur. This is for late game, and what it does, it reduces the amount of items you need to wear in a set to get their benefits. So if a set gives you a benefit for wearing all 4 items, by wearing this ring, you only need to reduce it, you only need to wear 3. And this is what a lot of people wear to basically get multiple sets on their character with their respective set bonuses. But of course that's not ours, so we'll have to hopefully find one through our play. Alright, we hit 50. Yay. Alright, so for getting to 50, we unlocked a new passive. Each different spirit generator you use increases your damage by 10. Not that good what we have on. Let's see. Mantra of Salvation. Increases the resistances. Nice. And that's it. Alright. Well, we hit 50. We're 10 away now. So we're moving quite fast, but I don't think we're going to probably hit 60 for this play. Definitely next one, though. And also by hitting 50 means we're probably getting another upgrade to the loot table that we're going to be seeing, so we should be getting some great stuff now, or better stuff. Great. Them all blow up. Where are you, exit? I also be very careful because Act 3 tends to spawn suicidal bomber enemies around here. And that's not what I want to be fighting when I'm on hardcore. So I do have to be a little bit observant. Where are you, exit? Anything in here? This is why this quest takes so long, just because this floor is so big. Okay. Oh, found some gloves. Not bad, I suppose. Let's deal with this big guy first. Again, I'm going to have to rely on critical hits to deal with one-on-one large enemy fights, because I don't really have a skill that's designed for mass damage from one target. Okay, knock them all away. Good. Alright, maybe to that area to the left. I always miss the entrance on my first way around. Okay. Oh, good. Frozen and wall. That's just the perfect combination. Oh, I gotta be very careful here. Good. They've been confused, so they're attacking each other. And again, with health link on, it means that they're all hurting each other when they're attacking us. Don't mind me, boys. Just get back to hurting us. Alright, again, I'm going to use my Serenity as emergency here. Because I do not want to be frozen and stuck in a wall. Fortunately, my shield can just keep working whenever I want. Good, they've almost killed each other. Oh boy, I put on Serenity just at the right time there. Whew. Barbarian belt. And there's the exit. Or the way up. Now he's gotta kill everyone on this floor. Shouldn't be too bad. I think this floor is always smaller. Now what? Alright, Waller, but with Thunderstorms. I can handle that. And after we're done with the series of bounties, we'll probably do a rift. Blow up. Blow up. There you go. Not bad belt. Let me look at that a little bit more. Oh, there's a cursed chest. That's a little bonus here. Alright, slay all enemies. Again, not so much of a trouble since we are blowing them all up. Alright, let's take a quick stop here. I can look at this item. Okay. Better dexterity, better vitality. However, it loses that chaos field, and that I really like. That blinds and slows enemies, so I think we're going to keep that. You know, since this field slows down enemies, this will increase its damage. It doesn't freeze them. It freezes what stops them in their tracks. This one I may try once we hit level 56. Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, this floor is looking pretty big, unfortunately. This is another reason why I don't like Act 3 stuff. It just feels long and overdrawn. Act 2, you go through a lot of different locales, enemy types. This just feels like one big slog. And it's not helped by these dungeon designs. Oh, there's our chest, so this must be near the end of the dungeon. Perfect ruby. Not bad. But what about you? This would be a pretty nice weapon, but it doesn't have dexterity on it. It has a socket though. Okay. Where are you guys? Ah, here's some more guys. Alright, only 3. Good. We don't have to back. Oh, good. The last 3 is, of course, an elite pack. Okay, gotta be careful by the fact that I'm standing in their plague juices. Come on.
I must lessen my burden.
Okay. Well, I found a high up weapon. Really good, but no socket. I could go to the Mystic and get one in there, but at this point it's not really worth it, I think. Alright, we're back in town. Alright, we don't need this. But I'll keep it just in case. We don't need that. Okay. We'll buy the second slot. Okay. I wonder if I can upgrade my emerald anymore. Good old water. Okay. Emerald, okay. Right now I have a flawless square in there. There's a square. There's another flawless. Good. Can I do it? No, I need 3. Okay, so back in the chest you go. Okay, final quest for Act 3, at least for this play. This is going to probably be another slog, since we have to find our way through. Well, maybe not really. I gotta be a little bit on my guard here, because this is a huge area, and enemies tend to just appear and just attack in huge droves. Excuse me, boys. Alright. Oh, well, what do you know? It's right there in the front for us. How nice. Okay. Go critical hits. Alright, and now we just gotta clear this shrine. Before we do, I'm just going to do a quick scout around, making sure there's no other enemies, because I don't want them to join in and get in the way, like these guys do. Okay. There we go. We gotta kill every wave of enemies that's going to attack us.
My path becomes clearer.
Again, with our exploding palm build, this should be pretty easy. Whoa, they did a lot of damage very quickly. Plus they all jump in at me, basically. Uh-oh, am I out of time? Okay. These ones I never have good luck in completing all the way, just because of how enemies are spread out like this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to complete this one in time. If you do it all, you get a Radiant chest as your reward. They're just too spread out for me to kill them all. Alright. Come on, you two. Oh, you four. I'll meet your maker.
Alright.
And back to town we go to get some decent rewards. Hopefully decent, that is.
Well done.
Alright, anything good? No.
I must lessen my burden.
Oh, new pants. Alright, these are actually not bad. Generate health, and I can add diamonds to it. Alright, we finally found some decent pants. Okay. In that case, off you go. One for you. And one for you. Alright, we finally got some new pants to wear. That's good. And... Alright, and I guess I'll use some of my blood shards here. I don't know on what, though.
Anything could happen.
Now let's go for a weapon. No. Okay. And we don't need this. No, we don't want a two-handed high up weapon. Two-handed. And no, we still have our legendary. Boots, maybe. Alright, that would work. Just straight up upgrade, I like that. Definitely we need some new gloves, since I'm using level 36. Critical damage, very nice. Come on, give me something good. Okay. This, it's good, but I don't really... I want some more stats. Guess I'll wear these. I'll keep these as a backup. So now with those gloves on, my critical chance is at 14.5%. Alright. Like I said, you really want to get to about like 20-25 before you really start to see a major difference. Okay. Alright. So we completed all the bounties for tonight. I'm going to do a quick time check. We're just under an hour. So, I think we're going to do a bounty, hopefully survive that, and then that will probably do it for tonight. Okay, we just need one of you. So far Torment 1 is playing out nicely, but I do have to keep on my guard for stuff like Waller or Frozen and stuff like that. So, let's see how we do this.
Strong enough to survive.
Alright, Illusionist, Jailer, Despair. Alright, that's not a bad combination. And plus these guys spawn more enemies, which is great for me. Because it means I can blow them all up. Like that. Alright. Boom. Come on, there we go. Oh, I don't like sweeping wind. No wonder I'm not doing much damage. Ah, yes. Come on. This is definitely like the dream enemies to fight for this build. Just keep spawning guys so I can just keep blowing them up. Oh boy. But here's what I was saying, they tend to bunch up elites here, so you gotta be very careful with not pulling more than you can chew. I don't know what's happening right now. Oh boy. There's another. Or is it the same one? Oh, Serene. Be with them. I don't need these guys to come back. Whew. Not sure what just happened with that, but I think we're winning. Whew. Saw a legendary something drop. Alright. Oh, more of these freaking eliteness. Come on, die already, everyone. Look at all these guys. Oh my goodness. Stay dead. Even though this is good for me, it's just annoying to play all these guys one after another, or 20 after another. And this guy just keeps bringing them back. Oh man, what is this? The undead war, I think? So much exploding guts. Oh, radiant diamond. Huh, not bad weapon. I'll look at that a little more closely after we hopefully deal with this Night of the Living Dead situation we got going on. Alright, I think. Oh no, wait, there's more. Come on. Stay dead. I got an achievement at least for all of that. Alright, just gonna back up here, make sure I got everything. Okay. Ooh. Time out while we head back to town because I need to do some socketing. Alright, what does this weapon do? 213. Alright, does less damage by 11, but I get a whole lot more life back per hit. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Ooh, legendary one-handed axe. The wedge. Alright, so where was I? We're not going to be wearing this anymore. Okay, and I also just want to double check. Oh wait, I just put the wrong one in. Timeout. Okay, let me see. What can I craft anything better? No, no. Topaz, maybe. Or actually, no. I don't think so. Yeah. So this is still our top tier there. Alright. Back in you go. Alright. And back in. Okay. After all that killing, we're only at 33% on the rift. Again, because they're so small that they're not being they're not being counted for. Maybe that extra 4% more damage will help. Oh, we leveled up. Okay. This every third hit releases holy damage or lightning, exploding palm. Enemies will burn as fire. The enemy dies while burning explodes, causing only nearby enemies to burn. Alright. Enemies take 20% more damage, but it only does 1227. This does 18 and 32. Hmm. So it's about like 600% more damage all around. Well, you know what? Let's try it. We haven't really switched up some of these runes in a while. Critical hit every third race, increased chance to freeze. Nah, we're good with that. So I still reduce them by 40. Damage you deal, reduce enemy damage. I deal 20. Enemies deal 20% less damage. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. What? Okay. Oh boy, lots of places definitely filling up some danger. So now everything, when they explodes, it leaves behind fire, as you can see. I see a legendary in the crowd of death that we're leaving behind.
A vicious strike.
Okay. So now they're burning, and then when they die, they explode. Let's see what happens. Alright. Explosion does some decent damage, I guess. Alright, again, we gotta wait to check on all our new stuff, since we got all these guys wanting to kill us. I don't know how it happened, we're past the 50% mark. Alright. Who else wants something? Alright, so he dies. Everyone around him gets lit on fire. Guy like them on fire again, and repeat. Alright. Let's take a breather for a second and put on these legendary bracers. Okay, holy skills 11% more damage, plus 174, plus 21. Huh. Increases gold, increases attack speed, increases defense. What holy skills do I have? Just, no, that's not a count. Huh. These aren't bad, but I think having the increased critical hit chance and vitality is going to be helpful. Well, we'll put them in the maybe pile. Now, where were we? 59% done. Alright, fire chains. Very nasty. They surround you. Again, I want to deal with all the guys surrounding me because their explosions are going to be helping me. As I keep applying, slowing. Oh, that just did a lot of damage quickly. Gotta watch out for that. Alright, die.
Your flaws are revealed.
Definitely going to have to check when we get back down if there's anything else I can crack. Because I'm starting to feel the difference in my level in the gear. It's not horrible just yet, but it is just noticeable. Just by how much damage I'm taking from these guys. And I can't see what's happening, I just know things are dying. Okay, Desecrator and Jailer and Order. Alright, not too bad, but just gotta be on my guard. There's Jailer. Put that on. Oh boy, I'm stuck. Alright, not sure this exploding bomb is really doing all that much. Again, the other one gave me 20% more damage. Okay. He's down. Just gotta back up. Okay. Gotta get out of there. Whew. Let's see. Not bad. Thanks to their resistance, but I lose damage. Oh good, resplendent chest. But first we got some pumpkin. Okay, we gotta work our way up here.
Your claws are revealed.
Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Go, exploding palm. Do your thing, hopefully.
I need spirit.
Oh, there's a special in that group. Alright. I'm gonna back up because I'm seeing something is definitely doing some damage, but I can't see what it is. Alright. Holy crap. Alright, there's a fast minion, and something just pulled me. I think he must be behind the wall there. Or behind that door. Come on, die everyone. Yeah, definitely something behind the door. We'll deal with those guys in a second. Whew. Let's see. Well, decent weapon. Not bad. Let's put this in the maybe pile. Okay, 1 second. So I'm gonna grab a drink here. Oh, that was a crazy fight. Ooh, I'm gonna drink this whole bottle of water at this rate. Alright. Let's deal with these guys now. Okay, Horde. Horde means that he has a lot more enemies in his load than a normal elite. But that just means more targets for exploding pop. There he goes. That shield up. And you're dead. Let's see what those do. They should... You know what? I think I like my exploding pump when it does more. When it increases damage. I just like having that additional buffs. So I'll switch it back. Okay, what did we just pick up? New pants? No. Oh, right, we're at 99%, so the next group will kill. Protection Shrine, that's good. Maybe this guy will actually do it for us. Now, ideally, a good way to judge whether or not you're at the right difficulty level is if it takes more than like a minute or two to kill a group of elites or specials, then you generally want to lower the difficulty. Because you want to be killing enemies fast, but not so fast that it's just like you're melting them. Alright, this should spawn our... Nope. Alright, we're like one enemy away. This next guy should do it. Come on. There we go. Alright, who's our Rift Guardian this time? The Choker. Okay. Time to pour it on. Oh, this one summons enemies. That's going to be a bit annoying. But it's actually good for us since, again, exposing pump. Boom. Again, Serenity would do damage just by me standing next to them, including sweeping. Yeah, that's right. Summon all the guys, get them as close as you want. Alright. This is going to be a few minutes, folks. He's got so much health thanks to the Torment buff. Unless we get a lot of critical hits. Oh. He's summoning Plague. Put on my shield just in time to mitigate some of that. Oh, we want as much critical hits as we can. And because we're doing 4% more damage, it's also multiplying what our critical hits are doing. Alright, he's halfway done. So shield. Gotta watch out for these little pools of death. Oh good, there's no one over here to bother us while we continue pummeling this thing. Just gotta be really careful about these pools. Because that damage is multiplied based on, or adds up based on how many times I get stuck in one or more. But fortunately I have Serenity here to help. More slimes. Oop, get out of that. All those pools right condensed like that. If I walk in there, there's a good chance I'll be killed. We'll just wait for them to subside, and then we'll get back to it. And as I keep pointing out, with this build I have, any enemies I'm attacking will do 4% less damage to me, and I do 4% more damage to them. Whoa boy, that's a lot of plague. Alright, let's let that go away, and then we'll jump back in. Okay. What happened? Got stuck in the little railing there. Oh well. Second vulnerability, enough time to get out of there. Yeah, this is not a good fight to have if you have lag spikes. One. Just won't die. 1, 2, 3, get out of there. Again, I have Force moves nearby in case, or handy, in case I need to get out of the way quickly. Alright, next Serenity should finish off. Come on. There we go. Fortunately, no legendaries. Okay. We'll head back to town, get our little reward. Maybe we'll craft something too. Alright, this will definitely let us hit level 53.
My strength has increased.
Okay. Ooh, very nice belt. Concedes increasing our stats pretty well. The only catch, of course, I lose the Chaos Field I've been relying on for blinding enemies. I think I'll save that just in case. Don't need this, don't need this. No, 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 no. And no. Okay. Put all this great stuff back. We don't need this, this. Okay. Still not close to upgrading my diamonds or emerald just yet. But let's see if we can get anything new here. Oh no, wait, I'm level 53 or whatever. I can't use any of that. 46. Okay. Boots. Got some good pants on. We need to find a new shield soon. Okay, so we're at 53. We're 7 away, my mistake, from getting to level 60, and then from there we begin the trek through the final 10 levels to Diablo 3's endgame. So I know we're over the hour now. Let me just quickly check our time. Hour 13. Alright, I'm going to check one more thing, make sure there's no quick and easy quests available for us. Danger devices, no. We did that earlier. Okay. Oh, wait, let's see. I think I like having increased damage. But let's try Earth and see what happens. And this monster field almost reduces damage taken when below 50. Let's see, so if I don't put anything on, the shield absorbs. Okay, so the shield doesn't change, it's just the passive. So it's at 1367 versus 2735. Now, I'm going to keep that. Wait, what was this? Enemies are chilled. Okay. So you can see our Mystic Ally has changed, and when I turn him on, he turns into a boulder. That does 380% damage for every second for 8 seconds. So even though I'm doing 10% less damage, he is giving me 20. He did increase my life by 20%. Let's see, anything else? Okay. I think after that we are just about done. You back here.
Greetings.
What are my ranks? 42 and 39.
Fate smiles on you today. I've seen better.
Let's see. Oh, very nice. Okay. Oh, that was nice. I re-rolled a good item. Okay. So here's the bit of the question here. Do I take 17% more critical hit damage, or do I increase my critical hit chance by 2.5? Right now it's 117. No, we don't want to get rid of that. I think I'll put that in the maybe. Don't need this. Don't need that. I'm just doing some quick organization. We'll need all of these things. Okay. Alright, I think with that I'm going to call it for tonight. We got pretty far, went up quite a lot of levels, and keeping at this rate, tomorrow or whenever I do the next video, that should let me get up to level 60, or get damn close to it. Torment 1 seems to be holding well, but again, as we get higher up, the difference in the enemy stats is going to increase. So it may be worth it to drop it down, at least to get our feet wet once we hit level 70. But other than that, things have been going well. We've had a few close calls, but nothing life-threatening yet.
So what if some of my goods come from dead soldiers?
I was about to say that was one-handed for a second. Okay. And just one last check. It's just always good to do this just to make sure that you're not missing on any good gear.
I've got my people have been lost, scattered to the winds, but I will
Alright.
survive.
With that, I'm going to wrap things up. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to tune in real soon for the next episode. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out a lot. And make sure to check out game-wisdom.com for posts and podcasts relating to game design and the industry, as well as our Patreon campaign to secure some much-needed monthly funding to help pay the bills and keep producing great content. You can find it on patreon.com under Josh Beiser or Game Wisdom, and there should be a little link popping up. And last but not least, if you want to watch these lives, I generally stream every night around 10 EST on Twitch under the handle GW Beiser. That's GWBYCER. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again real soon. See you ever. Sorry about that. See everyone later. Take care, everybody.